Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody? How are you doing today? It's SaBrina Reece. It's a beautiful day. And it's going to be a beautiful day no matter what, right? Because you know that you have the control over that. You know that God gave you the ability to command your day. So I entitled this video, "What do you believe?" or what are your true beliefs? Because that's a subject that I do videos on a lot, because I believe so strongly that we have no idea how many subconscious beliefs we have and how they are governing and controlling our lives. You know, since childhood, a lot of things have been programmed into us that aren't necessarily serving us well. A lot of us don't believe in success. A lot of us don't believe that we deserve success and happiness and love and prosperity and all the things that we ask for, all the things that we pray for. So it's vital that you take a few minutes and you write down and identify. Spend a little time with your mind, as I always say. Spend some time with your mind and figure out, what do I really believe? What has been programmed into me? Not that it's anybody's fault, but a lot of our parents and our grandparents, they had poverty consciousness. So they didn't necessarily believe that they could excel to their highest. They believed that you purchase that one little home and you work hard until you die. But the truth of the matter is, they didn't know any better. But now we're living in a time and an age where we know better. We know that the control that God gave us over our own lives. We know the free will that we have, and it starts with your mind. It starts with thought. So when you're caught up in the hustle and bustle of life and you're super, super busy, you don't always have time to spend time with your mind. You don't always have time to stop for a few minutes, sit in the car like I'm doing right now, and assess what your mind is doing, where your mind is taking you, what subconscious beliefs you have that you have not yet identified that are harming you, that are preventing you from living to your best self. Hi, Vivian. How you doing? So you guys have to stop. Just stop. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, how am I holding myself back subconsciously? Do I truly believe that I'll be in love and find husband number 4, 5, or 6 one day? Or do I believe that it's not out there? Do I say things out my mouth like, oh, the pickings are slim, or there are no good men left? Do I say that? Because a lot of the times what we say is based on what we subconsciously believe. So we could be saying, oh, Lord, 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 send me a mate. Oh, Lord, 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 I'm ready for love. But in our subconscious mind, deep within us, we don't even believe that love exists anymore. So we have to identify those beliefs so we can start chipping away at them like bricks, just chipping away little by little, piece by piece. Anything that has been implanted into you subconsciously, it is possible to break that and reprogram that. It might take work, because sometimes we've been living for years with a lot of these beliefs. We have been believing that you can only be so happy, or you can only be so peaceful, or you can only, we've been believing that for years. So it's going to take a little bit of time, but let's get started. Let's get started. Take 5 minutes each day to sit down and, first write down your beliefs. Write down, okay, I believe, for example, I believed that I was genetically predisposed to diabetes because it ran in the family. That's what they teach children. It runs in the family. I am not saying that the medical industry is incorrect when they say there are specific genetic markers. I am not saying that. What I am saying is God gave us a mind, an imagination, and a free will that can transcend those genetic markers. For example, if your grandfather had prostate cancer and your father had prostate cancer, you take this little boy at 3 years old and you tell this little boy, sweetheart, be careful, make sure, look out for it. You're going to have it. It runs in the family. Not only does that little boy wait on the disease his whole life, he expects the disease to show up. In his subconscious mind, he believes that that's the only option. And sure enough, here he is, 43, boom, it shows up just like his father, just like a grandfather. I'm saying that through effective prayer, through effective meditation, through effective reprogramming of the subconscious mind, he don't have to get prostate cancer. He can attack and eliminate that subconscious belief right then. So that is why, that is my opinion and that is my belief. That is why things appear to be genetic, because we are programming generation after generation after generation with our subconscious beliefs. And yes, there might be certain things in your genetic makeup. I'm saying through the effective use of the amazing mind that God gave us, we can transcend all that. You can say, you know what, it's unfortunate that everybody in the family died of that, but that's not going to be me. We can take the time to do the mental work, spend time with our mind, and we can identify those areas and say, nope, as a matter of fact, sickness and disease does not live in me. Sickness and disease does not run in my family. Sickness and disease does not live in my body. You can start to create certain affirmations that will begin to pick away at those subconscious beliefs and eliminate them for your life. You best believe it. It is true. Absolutely true. But if you go your entire life with these subconscious beliefs that you do not know are there, then you are doing a disservice to yourself. Absolutely. Absolutely. So we have the ability. And you know what? We are so powerful. We don't know. Oh my God. If I could just teach the world how powerful we are. Everything that you are dealing with, you don't have to deal with if you would just learn that the kingdom of heaven is within you. And one of the amazing gifts that God gave us is the use of our mind to create our reality. When we sit in fear, we sit in worry, we're worried about money, we're worried about, then it's not going to show up, period. You have to believe that you are perfect health, abundant wealth, and divine peace and love. Peace is something I work on all the time because, believe it or not, like I said, I know I appear to be so peaceful and so charming, but I used to have a bad temper. I used to have a really bad temper. I was an angry little girl. I was mad at the world. I was mad at God for some of the tragedies that I had experienced and some of the past trauma that I went through. I was mad at my mother for abandoning me. So I took that all into my 20s and 30s, and I was mad at the world. And I stayed mad, and I kept people away from me. A lot of people I run into today, they're just like, girl, when I met you when you was 26, honey, I was unapproachable, but I was afraid. So I had to decide, okay, I don't want to keep identifying that. I'm tired of people coming up to me talking about, SaBrina, honey, you could do some hair, but whoo, honey, your attitude was horrible. And they not lying. It was. And I didn't understand the control that I had over my life. I thought that everything that ever happened to me was somebody else's fault, and I had to suffer for it. So it wasn't until I was in my 40s that I realized the control that I had over my life. Absolutely, I have experienced some of the most horrendous things that nobody else in the world should ever have to go through. And a lot of people have endured horrific situations in their life. However, I am still here. I am still alive, and I do not have to continue to suffer from the things of the past. I do not have to continue to replay the tragedies that I have experienced in my life. I do not have to continue to identify as a victim. I am a phenomenal creation of God. Yes, I am. And I am so glad to still be here today to know that and to be able to teach other people that no matter what you've been through, it's not you. You are amazing. And it makes me feel so good to say that about myself now, you guys, because I didn't always feel that way. I thought because my mother didn't want me that I wasn't worth anything. I had low self-esteem. No matter what people tell you on the outside, oh, you're this, you're that, you're a successful business owner, oh, you're cute, oh, doesn't matter. Inside, I felt like I wasn't worth a dime since the person that brought me into the world did not want me. And I spent 30 years taking on her issues because that's her issue. Her abandoning all 6 of us, all of her children, spin them out like a puppy, is her issue. But I carried it forever. Hey, Kenji. Hey, Jacob. How you doing? Thank you for watching. So I now know that I am amazing. And I now am so grateful. Oh, God, I'm so grateful that I'm still here. Because there are many times when I was in that sunken, broken place that I wished that I was not here. The pain of having no self-worth, the pain of reliving the tragedy was so bad. I wished that I was not here. But, oh, I'm so glad. I am so glad for healing and transformation because I never thought I would see a day that I'd be 49. Yes, I am 49 years old, 49 and 5, y'all. And I'm here and I'm happy and I'm excited about teaching people that it is absolutely possible to heal from past trauma. But the first key to me, which is in one of my books, my first book that I'm writing, is called My Spiritual Smile. Because you know me, as a business owner, as, you know, a very super popular personality, I was always smiling on the outside. Yeah, I was like, hey, I'm always smiling on the outside. But on the inside, my soul was broken. My spirit was broken. I could not understand why I had to endure so many things and how I was expected to get through it and wake up and put a smile on my face. So I did. I smiled from the outside. But on the inside, I was broken. But now, I have found my true spiritual smile. And that is the name of my book. I'll let you guys know when it's out. My spiritual smile. That inner joy. That inner peace, you guys. That inner peace. It is amazing. It is beautiful. And I want that for everybody. Everybody who thought that they couldn't go on. Everybody who thought that the pain that they had endured was the absolute worst. That it was going to take them out. Everybody who has ever considered suicide. I want them to find their spiritual smile. I want them to know that this life experience is supposed to be amazing and loving, and God put us here to experience the best of this life experience. Because the truth of the matter is we don't know what's next. We don't know what's next. But right here we're supposed to be happy. And I'm so grateful, Lord, that I am still here today. And I am able to take part in everything that this beautiful world has to offer. And I want that for everything. And that is my mission. That is my purpose. And there is no greater feeling in the world. Nothing that I have done business-wise gives me more gratitude than helping others and assisting others and knowing that, sweetheart, you don't have to be in pain for the rest of your life. You don't have to feel like you have no self-worth or nothing to offer this world. You absolutely do. You, little you who thought you were insignificant, you have a purpose here. You do. And finding that out has changed my life. But it started with identifying my subconscious beliefs and realizing that, you know what, people did not walk up to me on the street and remind me that I was an abandoned child. I did that in my mind. In my mind. I didn't even have access to a relationship with my mother, but the fact that she abandoned me kept hurting me in my mind. So we have control. You got to take control of that mind. It is done unto you as you believe. If you continue to believe that you have no value, if you continue to believe that you're not supposed to be happy, if you continue to believe that you're supposed to be broke, that's a big issue with people. God didn't intend for you to be broke. This is an amazing, abundant world. It's yours. It's waiting on you to get out of your own way and to claim abundance, wealth, health over your life. Speak it, and then feel it. Use a technique called creative visualization. You want a new house? Imagine yourself walking into that new home. Imagine yourself driving that new car. You want a baby? You want a mate? See it. Just takes a few minutes a day. Stop the car, pull over, close your eyes, and use that amazing gift that God gave us to create and design the life you want. I say this all the time. Your life is like a coloring book, and only you have the crayons. Only you. So design and color the life that you want. But promise me, you guys, take a few minutes every day and just sit. Get away from the kids, get away from the husband, get away from the job, and sit with yourself. Get a journal and write down all of the things that are working against you in your mind, all of those subconscious beliefs, and start nicking away at them. And you can experience the absolute best life ever. I love you guys. Have the best day ever. Please go like my new page in 59 seconds. Real quick, it is a movement that says we're busy. Hey, we got planes to catch, buses to catch, we got jobs to go to, we have so many things to do. Granted, we are busy, but if you can commit to a minimum of 59 seconds a day of uplifting, motivating, and encouraging yourself and another human being, then we can indeed live in a better world. A better, more positive, productive world is possible if each person can commit to a minimum of 59 seconds. Give it to yourself first, because if you're no good mentally and emotionally, then you won't be any good for anybody else. So promise me, go to my page. It's called In 59 Seconds. In 59 Seconds. and like that page. And just imagine if we start to train these little children from the beginning to give themselves encouragement and love and motivation from the kindergarten and preschool age, we can have a better world. Stop saying this is a horrible world. This is an amazing place that God allowed you to live in. It is beautiful, and so are you. I love you guys so much. This is SaBrina Fisher Reece in 59 seconds.